everybody, this is me, Scooter Pie, and welcome to my show, Good Night with Scooter Pie. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so excited because we have an incredible show for you today, tonight, or whatever time it is that you happen to be watching in the future when this is done being made. So our guest for tonight is someone I have known for about 15 years, and I'm so happy that I know her. She has brought so much color and love into my life, and she will bring it into yours. She is a longtime, world-famous, internationally loved burlesque performer, performance artist. She's been an art model. She has done some acting in film and television, and she's done some stage productions, such as in Taylor Mack's The Lily's Revenge, and in the 24-hour-long, 24-decade history of popular music show. She most recently was in the Adelaide, Australia Fringe Festival with a show called Blenderland, which you'll hear all about in her interview. And she also has a one-woman show called One Woman Rainbow that she took part in and put on at Joe's Pub in November. And unfortunately, it was supposed to happen again in June, but that's been postponed because of now times. But that's something we have to look forward to in the future. She also had a year-long performance art project called The Year in Rainbow, which I forgot to ask her about, but you can look that up on the internet and find out things. So here she is, my dear friend, Darlinda Just Darlinda. Woo! Applause!
Darlinda Just Darlinda. Darlinda, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Hi, Scooter. Thanks for having me.
Hi. How are you feeling today?
I feel good. I miss hugging people. That's the current COVID feelings of the day. But I have hope that one day I will be able to hug somebody.
I have hope that one day I will hug you again. I know in the meantime we can hug ourselves, but it's just not quite the same. I mean, I guess like I close my eyes, I can imagine.
Well, it's nice.
Someone with small cold hands is embracing me.
And we went to the Adelaide Fringe Festival, and it was amazing. We had an excellent run, and literally the last day of the festival was the last day of show business. Like, I think on a global level, actually.
Wow. So you didn't know going into that day that it was going to be the last day.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I did know because that was like Saturday, like Sunday, March 15th, I believe, was our last show. So that was our last show. And so basically what they said is you have to quarantine for 2 weeks if you've been traveling. Mm-hmm. So I have been in quarantine for like a week and a half now almost. And so my housemates, I live in a house where there's like it's a communal house. It's a brownstone. It's a communal house. On the second floor is my landlord and his wife and their son and the dog. So I have a dog. It's not my dog. It's their dog, but I am the dog's godmother. So, so they were like, since we're quarantining from each other, like we're talking, like there's stairs, and then we're talking in the stairs, and we like talk, or like on the sunny days, we'll go in the backyard and talk through the window. So we're keeping our distance. So that means that I can't touch the dog because I feel I'm in good health, so I don't think I have anything. But just I think they say for 2 weeks to see if you see any symptoms. And although I spoke with somebody who I met in Australia, who's a New Yorker, and he got COVID, and I was like, where do you think you got it? And he was like, New York, for sure.
So for those of us who don't know, could you tell us a little bit about Blenderland and what the show was about?
Yeah, so Blenderland is kind of a psychedelic variety show, and it's been happening for almost 10 years, I believe, in New York City, at a place called the Red Lotus Room, which was sort of a underground cabaret space, and it was a party and a show there. And then the House of Yes reopened, and it became just a show, not just a show, but a show. In 2018, Eric began touring with it, and it's gone to, in 2018, it went to New Orleans. So it's been in New Orleans every couple of months. And also last year, 2019, Blenderland started going to London. So they did the Bethnal Green Working Men's Club, and then also the South Bank Underbelly Festival, which is like a Spiegel tent and another bigger tent that they put up in on the South Bank in London, like right near the London Eye. So Eric's been working really hard in getting this show like known internationally, and it's been working. And he applied to the Adelaide Fringe Festival and got in, and so we had like a really cool group of performers. We had clowns, we had aerialists and singers, and we did like a group opening number and a finale. It was just really, it was really, really fun. I got to make a new number, which was like a clown ceremony, striptease, naturally. And yeah, I guess we were calling it Adult Sex Clown Cabaret.
And what better could there be?
Oh, and the festival was like a month-long festival in Adelaide, Australia. That's it.
So you were doing cabaret sex clowning, like, what was it, 27 shows in a row?
27 shows in a row, yeah. We had Mondays off, but like we would always have something that like we were doing, so there was no like. So this is actually nice because I'm just, I can sleep in and like not wear makeup, and when it's sunny I can go out in the sun. So it's kind of like I needed a vacation from that, so I'm glad to be here.
So in November you got to put on your first full-length one-woman show at Joe's Pub, and that was called One Woman Rainbow.
Yes.
So, and that's going to be happening, again, fingers crossed, in the near future, well, in some format, right? Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so One Woman Rainbow is an autobiographical experimental cabaret and performance art piece. And so it uses the rainbow as a storytelling technique. So, and there's like a theme for each section. So red is like birth and sex, and orange is divinity, creation. It's like the sacral chakra. So it's also like laughter. And so there's a character called the Orangical Oracle there. And yellow is intuition and digestion, and green is the heart chakra, so it's like it's talking about love and relationships, and blue is the throat chakra, so it's like talking about like coming to terms with what's going on and communicating what you need and what you're feeling, and then purple is the crown chakra. It's like the head, it's the it's your thought patterns. It's like positive affirmations. So each scene was about 10 minutes, 10 to 20, depending on what. Some were longer than others. And then again, there was like a big finale where I brought a bunch of people up and they were all dancing. And I think the thing that I like really learned about it is that even though it's called One Woman Rainbow, it's actually not. It's like a one-woman show, but what I learned from it is that it's actually like it's like you need all the colors and you need all the people to make art.
So speaking of artists at this time, as you are one who is struggling, as all artists are at this moment, do you have any advice or suggestions for other artists who are at home and unable to publicly do their art?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Especially if you're a performing artist, where you need like a live performing artist, where you need other people to be there in the room with you. I think that like figuring out, like, make a list of like what you're good at. If it's like, oh, I can paint, or like I was like, oh, I do social media. Maybe I can do that for somebody else.
So I have a couple more things. Do you have anything in your room that's nearby that's a thing, like a book you're reading or like a record you're listening to for comfort? Anything you can recommend to the audience?
Yes, I have tons of those things. Okay, 1 second. Let me get them for you.
Okay. And in the meantime, isn't Darlinda's room awesome? Do you see like the magical vulva on the wall there and all of the rainbow accoutrement?
Yeah. This is my big pride flag, and this is my. Can you see my altar?
No, but we can feel its presence.
It's right here, and this is my sitting area. I have lots of sitting areas.
You are a Leo. You do have like a lair.
Yeah, it's definitely a lair. Like, I am so happy to. I mean, like, I'm glad that I have spent some time working on my home and being, so I can like sit in different areas and be like, okay, I'm tired of that. So, okay, so this week I've been doing the close-in day challenge, which is something that some folks on Instagram are doing, which is like